Hello everybody and welcome to another video. The objective of this tutorial is to show you how you can actually print all prime numbers that exist between 1 and 100. So prime number is essentially a number that has no factors apart from 1 and the number itself. And a non-prime number is a number that has more factors apart from 1 and the number itself. For instance, some examples of prime numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on, and non-prime numbers are 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. So if we pick a prime number like 5, we can see that it has no factors. Factors are actually numbers with which a particular number is divisible. So for 5 there are only two factors, that is 1 and 5 itself. But for a non-prime number like 10, there are more factors apart from 1 and 10. So obviously there are two other factors, that are 2 and 5. So one distinguishing characteristics that prime numbers have from non-prime numbers is that prime numbers will always have two factors, whereas non-prime numbers will have more factors apart from 1 and the number itself. So let me just show you the code that we will be using in this program. So here is the code for this particular program. Let me just copy it and paste it in Eclipse, and then I'll explain to you how we are about to solve this problem. So we'll be using the package that we used for our previous Hello World program. So just right click on the program on package, click new and select class, and the class name should be the same as the name of the class that we have used in our program, which is it is prime1. So the class name should be prime1, and click finish. And Eclipse has already created a class by the name of prime1. Let me just get rid of this because we will be pasting our own code over here. Okay, so let me take a look at the code and explain to you what's actually going on over here. So you can see there are two loops. One of the loops is running from 1 to 100 because we've been asked to find all the prime numbers that exist between 1 and 100, and the innermost for loop, that is the one that exists inside the I loop, that is the J loop. It starts from 2 and iterates till it reaches a value that is 1 less than the value of I. Okay, so it is within this loop that we will check whether a given number is prime or not. So you can see there is a value called k, which is initialized to 0 every time before starting the innermost loop. K is actually a flag variable that is used for checking whether any factors are present between 2 and the number, itself. So if we take a non-prime number like 5, the value of k will remain 0. It will not become 1 because there are no factors that exist between these two limits, that is 2 and 1 less than the number itself, that is 4. In case of 5, the loop will run from 2 to 4, and within 2 to 4 it will not find any factor for the number 5. But if we are taking a non-prime number like 8, so the innermost loop will iterate from 2 to 7, and within 2 to 7 it will find two factors, that is 2 and 4. So as soon as it finds the first factor, that is 2, that is the value of I, that is 8, will be divisible by the value of j, that is 2, and the result will be 0. The condition will be fulfilled and k will become 1, and this break statement will be executed, which will cause the control to break from the innermost for loop and reach the end of the outer loop and reach this if condition statement. So once it reaches once the loops terminate using the break statement, once this condition is fulfilled and the loop terminates using the break statement, the value of k will be initialized to 1. But if this break statement is not executed and the value of k stays 0, it indicates that no factors were found and therefore the number in question is a prime number. So what will happen here is that if k is 0, the number that is the prime number will be displayed, and if k is any value apart from 0, that is 1, then the number will not be displayed. So let me just save the program and then run the program and see what happens. So the program has been saved. Let me just run it and check what's going on. So you see it has generated all the numbers between 1 and 100 that are actually prime numbers. So with this, let me conclude today's video. If there is anything about this video you haven't understood, please leave your comments in the comment section and I'll try to resolve your doubts as soon as I can. Have a nice day everybody and take care.